And welcome back to Western New York Living. This past Tuesday, if you watched any of the newscasts here on Channel 2, you may have noticed many of our anchors and reporters wearing pink. It was for a very good reason, because we've teamed up with Windsong Radiology Group to make everyone aware of how important breast cancer screening is. You may have seen Windsong's latest commercial with the Divine Nine. We sat down with a few of the ladies to find out why the commercial had such a special meaning. Being able to make a difference in the community that you live in can often be made with simple deeds. That's exactly what the Divine Nine set out to do when they came together to help Windsong Radiology Group spread the message of early breast cancer screening and early detection. For some of the ladies involved, like Mary Ann, that message came from a very personal experience.
During a routine mammography, it was detected that I had a precancerous lesion. And I became really nervous, and right then and there they did a sonogram, and then the surgery was scheduled, and I have been clear ever since.
Mary Ann knows that she was very lucky to have her cancer detected early and has formed a bond with the other ladies from the Divine Nine, who all have a common goal: to make sure everyone has yearly breast exams.
Awareness needs to be really brought to light, especially for ethnic women, African American women, but also women in general and in my age demographic. It's something that it's very treatable early on if we're paying attention to our bodies, but if we're not going and even going for our regular checkups, and we don't know the changes that are happening internally in our body. So I thought it was very important to get involved.
Windsong Radiology Group was founded in 1987 and prides itself as the premier radiology group in our region. The services they provide for breast cancer screening and the care their doctors give to the patients is what makes them special.
This is the place to come for diagnosis, to be tested yearly. You feel safe here. It's a really good place. You know that everything is cutting edge as far as any kind of diagnosis. Using equipment, it just feels good.
For breast imaging, we actually have 3 different imaging modalities. We have the mammogram, breast ultrasound, as well as breast MRI exam, and all 3 kind of work together. With mammogram in particular, we have not only digital mammogram, but also the 3D imaging, which is also known as tomosynthesis, or the 3D mammogram as has come to be known. What makes the 3D mammogram different is that with the standard 2D mammogram, usually we just take one picture, and what happens is that what we as a radiologist do is we're looking through the breast tissue to try to sort things out. And it's one picture. With a 3D mammogram, what the technology helps us do is that now the computer can help us slice through the breast tissue at 1 millimeter intervals, so that we're actually looking through the breast tissue layer by layer instead of just looking at it as all overlapping tissue. So sometimes we may be able to pick up things that we wouldn't be anticipating otherwise from a 2D mammogram. So right now we're emphasizing it more for patients who have dense breast tissue and or people who have a strong family history of breast cancer. Not everybody needs it, but it is a great imaging tool to help us further hopefully detect cancers earlier.
Windsong Radiology Group realizes that being there for their patients is the most important thing they can do. And for the Divine Nine, they realize that they're part of a big message, one that they hope everyone in Western New York will listen to.
It's funny because they'll just look at me, and if they don't know me or they we're acquaintances or whatever, they're like, "Oh, weren't you in a commercial for Windsong Radiology?" And it's kind of interesting because I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was." Like, I'm surprised at the amount of different people that have seen the spot, and it's great. I think it raises a lot of awareness, and it helps other women think about it and want to go out and have a mammogram done.
Windsong Radiology Group is the area's premier radiology group with the latest imaging technology for breast cancer screening, including 3D mammography. They have 6 imaging centers across Erie County, including their newest location on Main Street in Buffalo. Their main campus is located at 55 Spindrift Drive in Williamsville, and you can see everything they have to offer on their website, which is windsongradiology.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment at 631-2500.